What initially drew me to the Wizarding World was sort of this idea that someone is like Harry Potter is important and special, and they didn't know it. And I also just love that, everyone was useful kind of in this world, and that with even Ron and Hermione and everybody that was a part of it, they made active choices to either stay friends or to not, or to choose to save the world. And I love just the series of choices that the characters make, and I think I always related and connected with that.
Oh, it was amazing. It's one of these things. First of all, you can't turn it down because your kids will kill you if you do it, and it's just. I mean, it's always fantastic to go into a movie that is larger than life. But when it's a magical movie, when it's this universe is just very special. As you said, it's so smartly written. So she starts out appealing to 7-year-olds, and then the next time it was 9, and then it was 12, and it just kept evolving with you and with me as well, because I was watching him with my kids. I got my wand, and the rest is history. Obviously, there's a story, there's David Yates, and there's a script, and we take it from there. I had a few discussions together with Jude about how to approach it, because my character is very much linked to the Dumbledore character. So talking a lot about that, make some decisions, and go in there and try it out.
You're like an amazing Grindelwald, by the way. Like, just when I saw you for the first time when we had that scene in the German ministry, there was something like so captivating about your Grindelwald, and also magnetic, but also really scary. There was just a lot of really great qualities, and it was really cool to see. It was really
But that was one of these moments where you can't really do it alone, right? Because it's one of these things where the music stops. Everybody turns, and the music actually stops.
Yeah,
it does help me out.
Yeah, in that scene, it did, yeah. Professor Eulalie Hicks is a charms professor at Ilvermorny, and she went to school with both Tina and Queenie around the same time. And I think she's a really great teacher. I think when she was young, she came across one of Professor Dumbledore's books, and she corresponded with him as a young girl. And she's a really bright witch. She's a really brilliant witch. Not only is she really capable, but she's also great at defensive magic. And I think she's someone who sees, right in the heart of people. And I think that Dumbledore really needed that, because, Grindelwald can see things before they happen. And so she, kind of stood in her belief that Dumbledore is going to choose to do good and listen to his heart and come out, the world's going to come out and be a better place. And she's someone who would do that blindly with faith in Dumbledore, which is what he required and usually requires in this wizarding world.
She also comes across as very specific when there is an issue. When there is a problem, she comes up with a solution right away. She doesn't go, wait a second, what should we do? She goes, problem, this is how we solve it, and she goes for it.
Yeah, she's very
smart.
Quick.
She's very smart.
She acts really fast.
I guess we were both, especially you, growing up with it, but both of us was wearing this fangirl hat, and we're allowed to have that, wearing it for a couple of minutes, but then you have to take it off, because you can't go around looking at the sets all the time like that. It's just, this is your home, this is where you live.
Yeah.
You've been doing this your entire life.
You
right?
can't just be like,
exactly.
the whole time.
But it is amazing what they do. These guys who are building this, and girls, it's just fantastic. You really have to go up and touch it before you go, it's not really wood.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the sets were unreal. They were like, 2 stories tall, and even down to my costumes by Colleen Atwood. They were so specific. They were so heavy, and they had sort of that wizarding story. At least mine had this, really beautiful purple tweed. And the costumes actually made me mad at my regular clothes that I wear in my day-to-day. Because I was like, why? Oh, this is what it's like when clothes fit you really well. So even it was actually really easy and really fun to be in this wizarding world when everything's been built for you. It's like an actor's dream.
We always really have to pretend, and sometimes there is a green screen, but there was not a lot here.
Yeah.
But, it makes it so much easier when it's a it's surrounding you. You don't have to pretend that
Yeah.
much. You can actually, just a little fraction of you can start believing that you are with it.
Yeah. It was like, I feel like 99% of acting isn't that. And then you have that special top 1% where you're just in this sort of
Right.
really immersive world that was just built for this scene.
In my world, I mean, I've seen my kids grow up with it, they never got tired of it. And even if they started out doing it when they were 7, they were still into it when they were 17. And I started thinking, what is that? And then when I watched the films were developing with their ages as well. So it's just, it's pure genius what she's come up with here.
Yeah, I think this world is also about magic and like the twinkle in your eye and like the feeling when someone's doing a magic trick and how amazing it is. I think the Wizarding World is just that. And I think it's a nice place to escape to where anything is possible. And it's really amazing to see people make choices about what's wrong and what's right and bravery. I love that. And I love how we're always coming up against that in the Wizarding World. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, but I remember when I was a kid, there were certain things that was kind of a little magical, not on this level at all, but there was a thing with a boy who was wearing pants, and these pants, there was, every time he put his hand in the pocket, there was a $1 bill, and another one. But your imagination just went away with you, right? This is unlimited in this world. It's unlimited. Whatever you think, that can be possible in this world.
Yeah.
And I think everybody needs to escape once in a while into that dream.
Yeah, I agree.